Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Artman here, and I just finished grading everyone's uh, Pinterest project. So, before we even start talking about this next project, I just want to say congratulations, everybody. We did very, very, very well. I was very pleased uh, with the Pinterest project. We worked hard. I know Pinterest, for some people, may have been very new. For some people, it may have been old hat. Either way, I really worked very hard, put a lot of good stuff in there, and very solid scores. So I'm pleased. I know that we still have about 2 weeks, we'll just shy of 2 weeks until the website builder project is due. But I did want to mention it now because one or two students had asked if you're ready to jump right in and get started. That's great. If you need a day or two to rest, that is totally fine. But I wanted to make sure that we talk about a few things. As you can see, here's the due date of November 4th. I just want to run through a few things just to make sure that everybody understands kind of the expectations. First, I'll probably start the title for the project. The big things, with students, a lot of things, right from the get go, the title can make you think, ooh, yay, or nay, or ooh, gross, don't want to do it. For example, simply comes with Mr. Artman's biology website, not very motivational, right? So find a way to make that, make the website, make the title, make it intriguing for your students. Not too difficult there. When you think about images, obviously this course it has the power of images. The phrase pictures worth 1,000 words. So obviously you want your images to be appropriate. You want them. Obviously a biology website would not be showing math images, etc. Also, they're appropriate and so effective at a lesson. They should help drive the instruction, help to increase the understanding. Maybe that helps maybe reduce the reliance of auditors on text. So you want to use those images so that they can, make the content easier for the students to understand. One thing I'll mention is we mentioned the next part with the external links, which in one second. You can use images as the links where students can click on the image. It takes them to new content, contain to that external link as well. So obviously just with with the website that you build, which I'll talk more about some specifics of that in a second, you want at least half of the pages you create to have images that enhance the lesson. The external link, just obviously use the link to anything. Obviously, you're not going to just include a link to Yahoo or Google, but to anything that adds to the lesson. It has to be out of the content specific. So far as standards, if those standards are Nebraska Department of Education standards or professional standards, that can be a link. It just shows that you do have some sort of guiding principles that are helping you decide what the students need to learn. If it's Nebraska Department of Education standards, so that the link to those grade level appropriate standards will be fine. As far as a task with assessment, obviously it says multiple. I probably should just put two because that's all I was really looking for. See, for less it's one. The tasks that the students do can be online tasks. It could be a quiz. It could be anything like that. It can be directions to a pencil and paper creation. It doesn't have to be an online task. So long as there are two, and this is multiple, I should put two assessments with this website that the students are given instructions to get online or not online. That is fine. The last portion here, the big part is here is about enhancing the stuff that you've done so far. Obviously, I think you're not going to create a website that says the exact same thing that your WebQuest said or the exact same thing that your Pinterest project did. That's a waste of everybody's time. So obviously, what we're doing is we're building. If you feel, and this may be the instance for some people, that with the Pinterest project, that I know a couple of students had math, like integers. If, for instance, that you felt that the integers, by that point in time, they've done the WebQuest and they've done the Pinterest, they should have the integers down, and it's time to move on to the next, in your course calendar, what comes after integers, whether that's problem solving or anything of that. Make sure that you need to move to the next portion and continue that. That is completely acceptable because we're still building off of what came before. And integers lead to the next portion of the math curriculum. So if that is a move forward in the curriculum, I totally understand that and encourage that. So far as, and let me scroll back up to the top so we can see a little better. If you choose to use Google Sites, Wheelix, or any other one, any template, so you can create a discipline-specific website to your class, or so if you're doing, I understand that some people are doing more of a corporate training aspect, and that is totally fine. The one thing I'll mention is that the very first website, the thing that you did was an introductory kind of start with a website that told us about yourself. If you choose to build off of that, that is totally fine. If you say, I've learned a lot in this course, I'm getting better at creating online tools, and I don't want to use that, that is fine too. So the big thing is your website it builds off what you had before. It is teaching the students new things. It is guiding them through and basically lead up to these the two tasks that they're going to do, whether those tasks are online or paper pencil, which obviously if you had them do a paper pencil assessment, obviously we need to see what that assessment would be, not an end product. You don't have to include a picture of you did something yourself to kind of show it to be like, I don't need that. If it is a quiz, survey, whatever, I don't need to see the answers. I just need to see kind of what it would look like because as educators, I'm going to trust you on that aspect. I don't want to keep this video going too much further. I hope I covered the main things, the main questions that may concern you with this project. If I've left something out, or is it if you're because you're doing a business aspect or a professional training aspect that there's something else that we need to discuss, you know how to contact me, you know how to email me, and I will help you individually. Again, thank you for your hard work so far on this course. I was very, very pleased with the Pinterest projects, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with your website builder project, and I will see you online.